Welcome back to another episode of 5 a.m. Files, and today I want to talk about competition. Right now, if I seem a little off or like I pause a lot, it's because I've had zero caffeine and I'm sleepy as hell and I feel crusty as hell. Regardless, with competition, it is very important to have competition in your life. Whether you make it negative or positive, I think whether you even make it negative, it ends out being a positive anyway. The example I'm going to use today is obviously the gym. So, in the gym, if you have workout partners like your homies or whatever, you're probably fine because they're pushing you, or well, hopefully they're pushing you, and hopefully it's giving you that form of competition to, okay, let me try to outwork my friends. And that's at a bare minimum. But if you don't have friends, it's good that when you're in the gym to create competition, because if you're working out by yourself, at times it can be hard to push yourself through a workout, and you're like, you know what, I wish I had a trainer or a homie that would just push me to my absolute limit. And sometimes you can't. And that's why it's always good to have someone there, because let's say you're having an off day and they're having a good day, they'll push you, or they're having an off day and you're having a good day and you push them. But what I do in the gym, which I've been doing for a long while, is I create competition with, let's say, someone that has a physique I want, or someone that's closer to getting that physique than I am, right? Or just someone that's more jacked or whatever. So in my mind, I create this imaginary competition of always trying to become better than them and always trying to outwork them every time I see them at the gym. And this should be someone, you should choose someone that's always constantly at the gym, so every day you see them and you're constantly reminded, you need to outwork this person here, right? Because they're already better than you, they're already ahead of you. This is why I say you should choose someone that's obviously above your level or close to it, so that maybe if you can make yourself have 10 different people you're competing with, perfect. Maybe one's less than you, maybe one's more, and then let's say there's one less farther behind than you. Maybe what, I have to keep pushing to stay ahead of this person, because if not, I'll look like that. And then that's someone that's ahead of you, so you're like, I need to look like that. I need to push myself there. This person's winning. This person's doing better than me. So I think it's good to have that form of competition in yourself, especially in the gym, so that it helps motivate you and it helps keep you if you need some extra 3 reps and then your gym competition walks by and he is looking jacked or whatever, you're gonna get those extra 3 reps in. You might get 4 or 5 now, because you don't want to be left in the dust. And that's one of the things you should try out. Have an imaginary competition with someone, because the competition is perfect. And this doesn't have to do with just the gym. You can use this in business as well, where someone else is just doing better and you want to prove them wrong. You want to do better. You want to be better. But the only way to do that is to beat them at their own game, right? Is to beat them, right? To catch up or surpass or not fall behind. But that's why you have to choose. That's why, if you ever read Patrick Bet-David's book, where it's Choose Your Enemies Wisely, amazing book, and it makes sense, because you want to have the proper enemy. You want to be able to make the proper decisions and chase the proper goals, because as much as you're running to something, you're also running away from something. It's which one you're running from or to faster and harder. You know? It's either the fear of being, let's with the gym competition, you're running to the jacked dude, or you're running away from the scrawnier fat guy. And one of those whys that you're running from or to is always going to be stronger. So, regardless of that, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next 5 a.m. file.